Hello everybody, this is Mark Sage, Executive Director of the area, Augmented Reality Enterprise Alliance. And I'm here again with one of the thought leaders in the industry, a long-time area supporter, and a company that's doing some amazing stuff in the AR and spatial computing space. So, Markus, welcome, CEO and founder of ViewAR. It's great to have you here. Perhaps you could just introduce yourself really quickly and talk a little bit about what you're doing in ViewAR.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for the introduction. So, Markus Meixner, founder and CEO at ViewAR. We do spatial applications focusing on indoor navigation, workflows, and remote assistance, all using spatial awareness and digital twins for localization. And happy to be on this Fireside call. And yeah, let's take it from there.
Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. So let's get going. So in navigating the landscape of enterprise AR, what are the primary challenges that business face? And what strategic measures should business leaders take to successfully overcome obstacles and drive widespread AR adoption in their organization? Sorry, it's a long question, but I think you get the bit about the potential challenges.
Sure. I would want to start with saying that the challenges depend on the product type and the AR application type. And the key points to look at are costs of how much does it cost me to deploy such a solution, how much time does it consume to set it up, and how much is it used? And this results in the actual ROI. So I think this is the main question of that we need to address and that we need to consider. And some AR applications like remote assistance, you can deploy instantly and it's not a big challenge and it has an immediate impact. Most of the other applications in the industrial field are CAD-based applications. So AR applications that use object tracking, that display instructions and so on. And the challenge here on those applications is to prepare the content. Most of the time, this content can't even be prepared internally. So you have to hire an agency that does all the content for it. And then it's a challenge of how many users are you going to have using this application and how often is it going to be used? So how often are you going to use a machine instruction? Maybe once or twice a year, and for how many users? Let's set aside training, because training obviously has an impact on the object tracking and machine instruction side and so on, but also the user amount is rather small. So you will have a team of maybe 5 people running through a training every few times a year. So I think the key to success is to find use cases that are used on a daily basis. This is what we strive for, and this is what we focus on, and also what our investors are focusing us on. And spatial awareness brings a new application, a new dimension of applications. They use 3D scanners and digital twins to capture the environment, and you can capture like 10,000 square feet or 1,000 square meters in about an hour. And every intern can do that. It's super easy. This technology has become commodity from companies like Matterport, having massive success in the real estate sector. Those cameras are super cheap. You can get them for $3,500 or even a very precise scanner for around $6,000 from Matterport. And once you have this digital twin, you can upload this to the ViewAR platform and navigate to every location in the scan instantly. And you can tag points of interest, as in using the camera to localize and then film each item and each point of interest with the OCR system, and it will record coordinates. So, and this will let you find locations with internal and external workers in a fraction of time. And for one of our main clients, a pharmaceutical company, we have a use case where workers are locating a list of 20 to 40 valves in a maintenance procedure, so replacing membranes and filling in oil and so on. And for a list of 20 valves out of 9,000 on the whole facility, this is a huge challenge finding those. And we were able to cut down the actual time for this procedure by 50%, and that for a 50-person team on a single factory. So those application types, spatial awareness application types, can make AR become a daily use tool. And I think that's what justifies ROI, and this is what justifies the deployment of AR applications.
That's amazing. Some great insights there. I love the focus on those kind of use cases where people using it on a frequent basis, and that's something I think it's a really good point for everybody to catch on to. I would also just remind people that the 10th area research project that you can actually get the summary report from was exactly about mapping those mapping environments in 3D and some of the best practice and the costs and things like that. And then the area members have got quite a comprehensive report on that. Awesome. That's great. Thank you. So your next question, Markus, is maybe kind of elaborate a little bit more on the strategies and initiatives that you've done within ViewAR to tackle these barriers. I'm really interested on how you kind of work to facilitate seamless integration and utilization in AR solutions, because I know it's tough. Your thoughts would be great.
As I mentioned previously, I think it's our goal is to make companies aware of the existence and the benefits of spatial applications and the capability of using your phone to detect the user's position. So you can take out your phone, you do with a fraction of a second, you film around, and the system will localize you on a centimeter precision based on AI, based on machine learning and computer vision, and then you can work with the environments. And actually, as I mentioned also before, the digital twins are a huge success factor for us. Many companies are looking into the benefits of digital twins and are deploying them for various application types. But the majority of application types they're using 3D scans for is engineering, as in measuring and maybe supporting conversations with other locations, using the digital twin to walk through in remote calls and so on. And the combination of AR and digital twins and VR applications is a big push for us and can be used as a tool for companies to justify the scanning, to then have the basis for AR, and to kind of combine all of those topics in one. Also, a big success factor for us is that we not only have an AR version, but also what you would refer to as a VR version. So a web version in the browser that you can use in a panorama mode. You can walk through digital twins. You can display safety tours, workflows, and basically everything that runs in AR also runs in VR. This is critical for on-site onboarding and various use cases you can deploy on this. And usually the scanning providers only have the capabilities of walking through virtually, but you cannot do things like a tour, or you cannot ask questionnaires and things like that. So this gives them lots of abilities to bring their digital twins further. Also, we have the capability of combining multiple scans, even different camera types in our system. And so you can create a huge digital twin of your whole location in a single seamless experience. So this is another important topic that we addressed. And the third one is the integration. So integrations like SAP systems, manufacturing execution systems, CMMS systems, and so on. It's key to get dynamic data for systems as part of their day-by-day procedures. And we use AR to link data to the actual environment. So the data that resides in an SAP that basically instructs you to perform a task on a certain location, we generate or an adapter between those systems generates a JSON configuration of a sequence of tasks, converts that into a link, and then triggers us via this link. And then the application will start, instruct the user to perform the defined task, and then send back the data. So we also think that the host and the main data source should remain the current data source that it is. So the maintenance planning, scheduling, and so on, that should be done in the system you're currently using. Our tool and AR will just help you to visualize this data, to perform the task quicker, and then send back the data to your existing system. So In most of the cases, we only save the coordinates of the actual points of interest, and the rest is a dynamic interface. And this is also something to focus on.
Nice, excellent. No, that's great, and thank you for those kind of how you're actually enabling all of this. We're still in January, just about. So we're looking forward to 2024. Can you talk a little bit about what kind of developments and milestones and what we can get from and anticipate from ViewAR in 2024?
Sure. So AI is a hot topic for us. So we're currently developing an AI module that detects objects and object states. So you can instruct the worker to film a lock at the end of a procedure, and AI will confirm that it's actually closed. And we will use this for various other application types. Safety is one of them. Another important topic for us are HMDs. I mean, last week ended with Apple AR glasses being sold out on the first day. This was, of course, good news for the industry. And so we will continue our roadmap on supporting additional HMDs, and Magic Leap is currently already supported. We're in development for the Lenovo A3 glasses. We already have a first prototype working on those, and users really like the form factor of the Lenovo A3 glasses. And it's basically a pair of sunglasses with a cable, and that's also, I think, a game changer for the acceptance of AR glasses if you're not talking about such bulky, big devices. And yeah, we will also further expand our digital twin capabilities, and things that are on our agenda are like cutting scans and archiving scans, seeing older scans in some kind of timeline, and various other performance improvements and new features on the way. But most importantly is to roll out our technology even further and to get more companies on board, and to make the world aware of spatial applications.
Absolutely. Well, I look forward to working with you and watching your journey as well. But for now, Markus, thank you very much. And we're going to be having webinars and other things in the future as well. So thank you very much for your time today.
Thanks for your time as well. And looking forward to this exciting year for AR.
So thank you.